Hello everybody, welcome to my class today. In our last class, I have started mixed problems on definite integral. Let us continue on that topic. Uh, Let us do our first problem. Integration 0 to 1, ln of 1 plus x divided by 1 plus x square dx. Let us put x equals to tan theta. Let x equals to tan theta. Then dx becomes sec square theta d theta. So obviously, as this is a definite integral, we have to change the limit. Limits of x are 0 and 1. When x is 0, then theta is 0. When x is 1, then theta is pi by 4. So our integral becomes 0 to pi by 4 ln of 1 plus tan theta dx is sec square theta d theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Look, 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but sec square theta, so they cancel each other. So finally we get 0 to pi by 4 ln of 1 plus tan theta d theta. Our initial integral is I. Now let us apply property 4. Property 4 is 0 to a fx dx is equals to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Here a is pi by 4, so we have to replace theta by pi by 4 minus theta. Ln of 1 plus tan of pi by 4 minus theta d theta. This becomes 0 to pi by 4 ln of 1 plus, what is tan of pi by 4 minus theta? This is 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan theta d theta. Now if we simplify it, we get ln of 2 by 1 plus tan theta. Now we can write it as 0 to pi by 4 ln 2 minus ln of 1 plus tan theta d theta. Now decompose it from this part, we get ln 2 0 to pi by 4 d theta minus integration 0 to pi by 4 ln of 1 plus tan theta d theta. Look, this is nothing but I, because it reappears. So we get I equals to ln 2, this is theta, limits are 0 to pi by 4, and this is I. So we get 2I equals to pi by 4 ln 2. So finally we get I equals to pi by 8 ln 2. This is our answer. This is a very important problem. Frequently it is seen in different exam papers. So let us move to the next problem. Number 2. This is 0 to infinity x dx by 1 plus x into 1 plus x square. Let us again do the same substitution. Let x equals to tan theta, that is dx equals to sec square theta d theta. Let us change the limit. The limit of x as 0 and infinity, so 0 and pi by 2. So 0 to pi by 2 tan theta d theta 1 plus tan theta, 1 plus tan square, tan theta d theta, tan theta dx is sec square theta d theta, sorry, 1 plus x square, that is sec square theta, cancel each other, so we get 0 to pi by 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan theta d theta, multiply both n and d by cos theta, so we get 0 to pi by 2 sin theta by sin theta plus cos theta d theta. Now apply fourth property. We know fourth property is, what is fourth property? 0 to a fx dx, 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So applying fourth property, we get 0 to pi by 2 sin of pi by 2 minus theta sin of pi by 2 minus theta plus cos of pi by 2 minus theta d theta. So this becomes 0 to pi by 2. In the numerator we get cos theta, and here we get cos theta plus sin theta d theta. Now 2i equals to I plus I. In place of the first I, we have to write 0 to pi by 2 sin theta d theta by sin theta plus cos theta, and in place of the second I, we have to write 0 to pi by 2 cos theta by sin theta plus cos theta d theta. So adding these two, we get 0 to pi by 2 d theta, so ultimately we get this is pi by 2. So 2i is pi by 2, therefore finally I is pi by 4. Next, let us move to our next problem. Our next problem is number 3. This is 0 to pi x tan x divided by sec x cosec x dx. Let us first simplify it. Look, if sec x cosec x goes to the numerator, they becomes cos theta as cos x sin x. So we ultimately get 0 to pi x. Now tan x into cos x is sin x. Sin x into sin x is sin square x. So we get x sin square x dx. This is our I. Now let us apply the fourth property. So applying fourth property, we get 0 to pi. This is pi minus x sin square of pi minus x dx. We have to write here the property. Now we get 0 to pi minus x sin square x dx. So splitting it, we get pi 0 to pi sin square x dx minus 0 to pi x sin square x dx. Look, this is the initial I. So we get I equals to pi sin square x can be written as half into 1 minus cos 2x. So 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2x dx minus this is again I. So we get 2i equals to pi by 2 x minus sin 2x by 2 0 to pi. So let us put the limits. So pi minus sin 2 pi is 0 minus, if we put 0 then all are 0. So we get pi square by 2. 2i equals to pi square by 2. Therefore I equals to, we get pi square by 4. This is our answer. Okay. This was our third problem. Next, let us go to the fourth problem. Our fourth problem is integration 0 to pi by 2 x sin x cos x dx whole divided by sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x. Okay, so let us first apply our fourth property. This is our I. So applying fourth property, we get 0 to pi by 2. We have to replace x by pi by 2 minus x, sin of pi by 2 minus x, cos of pi by 2 minus x dx whole divided by sin to the power 4 pi by 2 minus x plus cos to the power 4 pi by 2 minus x. So we get 0 to pi by 2. This remains pi by 2 minus x. This is cos x. This is sin x dx whole divided by cos to the power 4x plus sin to the power 4x. Now split it from here. We get pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2 sin x cos x dx by sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x minus I, because this becomes I. So we get 2I equals to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 2 sin 2x dx. Here we need a 2, that's why I have written pi by 4 here. Sin 2x dx by sin square x whole square plus 1 minus sin square x whole square. Now let us put sin square x, let sin square x equals to z. That implies sin 2x dx is our dz. Let us change the limit. Limit of x are 0 to pi by 2. This is 0 to 1. So we get I equals to pi by 8, 0 to 1 dz by z square plus 1 minus z whole square. Next step, pi by 8, 0 to 1 dz by 2z square minus 2z plus 1. Then we have to take these two common outside. So pi by 16, 0 to 1 dz by z square minus z plus half. This can be written as pi by 16, 0 to 1 dz by z minus half whole square plus half whole square, because half is 1 by 4, 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is taken into the square and another 1 by 4 remains here. Now let z minus half equals to u, then dz is du. Let us change the limit z u. Limits of z are 0 to 1. When z is 0, then u is minus half. Z is 1, then u is half. So we get pi by 16 minus half to plus half du by u square plus half square. Look, this is an even function, so we can write pi by 16 into 2, 0 to half du by u square plus half square. Now this becomes pi by 8, 1 by a tan inverse of x by a, that is 2 tan inverse of 2u, because u by half is 2u. Limits are 0 to half. 2 is taken outside, so we get pi by 4. Tan inverse of 2u, that is tan inverse of 1, that is pi by 4, 0 to 0, that is pi square by 16. So this is our answer, pi square by 16. Okay, this is an important problem asked in question. This was our fourth problem. Next, let us go to our fifth problem. Our fifth problem is integration minus 1 to 1 mod of x cos of pi by x cos, so pi by x means pi x cos of pi x dx. Look, here the limit is minus 1 to 1, that is here x belongs to minus 1 to 1, that is minus 1 more than x more than 1. So multiplying by pi we get minus pi x plus pi, that is the angle pi x. This lies between minus pi and plus pi. Now the cos pi x it is positive in first and fourth quadrant, that is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So we have to split it minus pi to minus pi by 2, then minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, then pi by 2 to pi. So when minus 1 that x more than less than half, that implies minus pi that more than pi x more than pi by minus 1 to minus half minus pi by 2. Look the quadrant like this. Minus pi is a minus pi to minus pi by 2. In this portion cos x is negative. Then minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This portion is positive, and then pi by 2 to pi. This portion is again negative. Minus 1 to minus half. So this, that implies here cos of pi x here is less than 0. Now x belongs to minus 1 to minus half, so x is also negative. So that implies x cos of pi x is more than 0. Okay. Next, minus half that more than x more than half, that implies minus pi by 2 pi x pi by 2. So here cos of pi x is more than 0. But in the portion minus half to 0 x is negative, but in the portion 0 to half it is positive. So we can say when minus half take x more than less than 0, then x cos of pi x is less than 0, and when 0 x is more than 0 and less than half, then x cos of pi x is more than 0. Okay. Next, the remaining part is half to 1. X is more than half, less than 1, that is pi x is more than pi by 2, less than 5. In this portion cos of pi x is less than 0, but x is positive, that implies x cos of pi x is less than 0. So finally we have x cos of pi x more than 0, here it is less than 0. So more than 0 when minus 1 more than x less than minus half. X cos of pi by x x cos of pi x, this is less than 0 when minus half more than x less than 0. This is greater than 0 when x is more than 0, less than half, and this is less than 0, then x is more than half, less than 1. So if we consider our initial integral as I, so I will be splitted in this way. Now I equals to -1 to -half mod of x cos pi x dx, then -half to 0 mod of x cos pi x dx, then 0 to half mod of x cos of pi x dx, and lastly half to 1 mod of x cos of pi x dx. Now look, in the interval -1 to -half it is positive, so we get -1 to -half x cos of pi x dx. Then in the portion -half to 0, this is negative, so we get -half to 0 x cos of pi x dx. In the third part 0 to half it is again positive, so plus half, 0 to half x cos of pi x dx, and then again negative, so minus half to 1 x cos of pi x dx. Okay, now we have to do the indefinite integral. Now integration x cos of pi x dx. X is our first function, so x integration cos of pi x dx minus integration ddx of x integration cos of pi x dx. This will be x by pi sine of pi x minus integration, this is 1, this is 1 by pi sine of pi x dx. This becomes x by pi sine of pi x plus 1 by pi square cos of pi x plus c. So therefore our I will be this integral x by pi sine of pi x plus 1 by pi square cos of pi x. Limits are -1 to -half, then minus x by pi sine of pi x plus 1 by pi square cos of pi x. Limits are -half to 0, again plus x by pi sine of pi x plus 1 by pi square cos of pi x. Limits are 0 to half, again minus x by pi sine of pi x plus 1 by pi square cos of pi x. Limits are half to 1. Now let us put the limits. If we put -half here, this is minus 1 by 2 pi, this is -1, so plus 1 by 2 pi. Cos of pi by 2 is 0. Okay, then minus, you have to put -1 here. Sine of minus pi is 0, cos of minus pi is cos of pi, that is -1, that is -1 by pi square. Then minus, you have to put 0 first. This is 0, this is 1, so 1 by pi square. Then minus, put -half here. Sine of minus pi by 2 is -1 plus 1 by 2 pi. minus 1 by 2 pi minus 1 plus 1 by 2 pi. Okay, this is 0. Fine. Then plus sine of pi by 2 is 1, so 1 by 2 pi, cos of pi by 2 is 0, 0, this is 1, so minus 1 by pi square. Then minus, put 1 here, sin pi is 0, cos pi is minus 1, that is minus 1 by pi square. Put half here, so 1, so 1 by 2 pi, minus 1 by 2 pi, this is 0. So we get 1 by 2 pi plus 1 by pi square minus 1 by pi square plus 1 by 2 pi plus 1 by 2 pi minus 1 by pi square plus 1 by pi square plus 1 by 2 pi. Look, 1 by pi square, 1 by pi square, 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi, 4 by 2 pi, 4 by 2 pi, that is 2 by pi. So our answer is 2 by pi. It's a big one. Okay, let us stop the video here.